Hello everyone. Call of Duty Zombies has experienced significant evolution over the years, leading to a broad spectrum of opinions among fans regarding its latest iteration in Modern Warfare 3. The community's preferences are diverse. Some players crave intricate storytelling, others prioritize Easter egg content, some seek innovation similar to MWZ, while a portion desires a return to straightforward survival gameplay. This divergence in preferences is rooted in how Zombies has continually transformed, with each map and mode offering unique elements. The variety and complexity introduced over the years mean that rankings often boil down to personal taste. Despite these differences, it's possible to categorize the Zombies maps into broader tiers. These categories can help fans navigate the extensive selection and identify which maps align with their preferences. Whether one values the narrative depth, enjoys the challenge of uncovering Easter eggs, seeks novel gameplay mechanics, or prefers the classic survival mode, there is something in the Zombies catalog for everyone. Establishing a tier list can provide a structured way to appreciate the diverse offerings and acknowledge the evolving nature of Call of Duty Zombies. Quickly moving on to the video, and I'm ranking maps in Call of Duty Zombies. Before we start, if you enjoy these types of tier list videos, don't forget to like the video and subscribe. Enjoy watching. My friends, only 0.1% of viewers subscribe. If you like this type of content, please do not forget to subscribe to the channel. Thank you in advance for your support. The maps in this tier are, in order from top left to bottom right, the Archon. The Archon, released at the tail end of Call of Duty. Vanguard's Life Cycle is a map many players might not even know existed due to the game's declining popularity. Although Treyarch made an effort to address criticism by shifting focus, the lack of time and resources to fully revamp the mode is evident. Essentially a reskin of Terra Maledicta with a new color palette and a subpar final boss battle. The Archon suffers from poor flow and feels clunky and repetitive. Designed for objectives rather than rounds, its shortcomings are glaring, earning it a well-deserved spot at the bottom of the tier list. The maps in this tier are, in order from top left to bottom right. 5. Voyage of Despair, Alpha Omega, Nuketown, Farm, Bus Depot, and Transit. While 5 was a terrific surprise as a post-credits reward in Call of Duty Black Ops, it feels like little more than the bonus map it was positioned as. Story-wise, it can be ignored, and the characters are not nearly as likable as the main cast, even if shooting zombies as JFK and Nixon is initially funny. Like Shangri-La, there aren't enough training spots for 4 players, leaving multiple players stuck going up and down elevators in a full match. The concept of killing the Pentagon thief before he reaches a player to get a bonfire sale was interesting, but the thief himself annoyed most players. Realistically, every match of 5 peaks when players activate won't back down by Eminem and wait for the pack-a-punch doors to open, as fighting off that big horde is iconic. Beyond that, though, it's simply decent. While the Chaos story is full of great maps, its weak point was undoubtedly Voyage of Despair. Treyarch did a phenomenal job of recreating the real-life Titanic, just as they had done with Alcatraz in Mob of the Dead, but it unfortunately did not play as well as the island prison. Most matches saw players struggling to navigate the busy floors in the center of the ship until they were in a position to train the undead on either the front or back deck. The side Easter egg for the upgraded shield was tedious, as were several steps from the main quest, and the map had a few too many special zombies to deal with. The Kraken's elemental upgrades did not feel too different either, even if the base wonder weapon was an interesting concept. Ultimately, it is Voyage's difficult but rewarding final boss and gorgeous visuals that keep it from ranking lower. Alpha Omega's best asset has nothing to do with its gameplay, as the map allows players to control a random mixture of ultimates and primus. There are hundreds of lines of dialogue and dozens of interactions to enjoy on the map, and for lore lovers, this is a big draw. The map also tied up several loose ends regarding Broken Arrow, the Avogadro, and Peter McCain, which was appreciated. Gameplay-wise, though, it does not flow very well, with the houses and underground bunker not feeling like a polished zombies location. Though the Rushmore side Easter eggs are excellent and the Raygun Mark II variants are cool, the map itself is not very fun to play due to its tedious gas mechanics and layout, as it lacks the flow of better maps. Unfortunately for Nuketown, its main gimmick is also its biggest downside. While the idea of a random perk falling from the sky every few rounds is good on paper, unlucky players can be stuck waiting too long for Juggernog and quick revive to survive, essentially leading to a big waste of time since players die before things even really get going. While it has decent train spots and can be solid if things go players' way, it is a bit too small for 4 players to have a good time. Still, the M27 is a terrific exclusive weapon, and the zombie's eyes color changing at round 25 is a great touch that indicates the map is happening at the same time as Moon. Another of Transit's spin-off survival maps, Farm, is decent and likely would have been received better with a pack-a-punch machine. However, because weapons get weak too quick, there is not much replay value in Farm. Thankfully, it does have a basic lineup of perks, so it is somewhat comparable to something like Verrucht in terms of depth. While there are some players who enjoy how barebones Bus Depot is, as it lacks perks and keeps things contained to a very small area with a mystery box, most will likely ignore this map for the same reason as Farm. There is just not much to do on Bus Depot, with players either heading to the back corner behind the depot or training in front of it every time. While players may have a few good memories of Transit, like the Bus Route B memes or getting kicked off the bus, the map is deeply flawed and deserves its reputation as one of the worst Treyarch Zombies maps. An awful Easter egg quest with no reward, a tedious wonder weapon in the jet gun, lava that damages the player, fog that made it hard to move without the bus, and annoying denizens all contribute to a bad reputation for the map. It does introduce buildables, has standout secrets like Nacht der Untoten, and captures the apocalyptic vibe, but there were too many flaws to consider Transit good. By now, most Zombies fans know the story of Treyarch being too ambitious and not having the technology to make this map work, so hopefully they get an opportunity to remaster Transit and release a better version one day. The maps in this tier are, in order from top left to bottom right: Moon, Shangri-La, Tag der Toten, Blood of the Dead, Classified, Die Rise, Die Machine, Forsaken, Firebase Z, Shino Numa, Town, Verrucht, and Nacht der Untoten. The ultimate love it or hate it map, Moon, finds itself in a tricky position. The original version offers a creepier aesthetic, while the BO3 remaster provides smoother movement and fairer astronauts. Despite having the most memorable main quest Easter egg ending, the steps to reach it can be tedious, relying on good mystery box RNG. Co-op play adds to the frustration, with all players needing to teleport to Pack-a-Punch and acquire Juggernog, which can be easily lost. Excavators blocking sections can ruin the game, though Gobblegums in BO3 mitigate this. Moon's strengths include the hacker device, QEDs, and an ambitious setting, but its barriers to fun keep it from rising above B tier. Shangri-La also features a bold setting, but comes with its own set of pros and cons. Its difficulty can be both a blessing and a curse, with few viable training and camping spots making co-op play challenging. Spikes and mud traps hinder movement, and like Moon, all players must coordinate to activate Pack-a-Punch, making it tough to play with randoms. While the Easter egg quest is good and the take on monkeys is clever, the map's enjoyment largely depends on whether it's played solo or co-op, unlike higher-tier maps which are equally enjoyable in both modes. Tag der Toten suffers from unmet expectations rather than its own merits. Instead of the anticipated Great War map, players got a reimagined Call of the Dead with the divisive Victus crew. While the Mars Easter egg is hilarious and new areas and the heat pack mechanic improve gameplay, the map lacks unique mechanics like George Romero and features disappointing variants of classic wonder weapons. Though it's a solid map, it's overshadowed by the rushed conclusion to the Ether storyline, leaving fans yearning for what could have been. Blood of the Dead, while a step below Mob of the Dead, has its own identity. It removes beloved aspects of the original, like building and flying the plane, and its side Easter eggs are lacking. However, it boasts brilliant storytelling, a heartbreaking final cutscene, and the exceptional Magma God. Despite high expectations and comparisons to Mob of the Dead, moments like the catwalk run and new areas make Blood of the Dead worth playing, even if it doesn't reach the greatness of its predecessor. Classified enhances the foundation of Black Ops 1's Pentagon setting with new rooms, a fresh Pack-a-Punch area, and an improved Winter's Howl. The extra areas and features like elixirs, shields, and special weapons make co-op play more enjoyable, while the inclusion of Ultimus adds to the map's charm. Although the lack of major Easter eggs and the high round requirement for the end cutscene are drawbacks, Classified remains an improved take on 5, offering a better experience than the original. Known for its frustration, Die Rise can still be enjoyable. Its skyscraper setting, upside-down rooms, and the Sliquifier wonder weapon are highlights. Creating shortcuts with the Trample Steam and having various camping or training strategies add to its appeal. While managing the elevators can lead to painful deaths, it adds a unique challenge. A better main quest Easter egg and the inclusion of PhD Flopper would have improved its reception, but Die Rise still has its moments. Forsaken offers a lot, from the Chrysalax wonder weapon to charming arcade sections and a good Easter egg quest. However, its setting in a campaign location, reused in multiplayer, makes it feel like recycled content. Despite this, Forsaken remains entertaining and replayable, with good side Easter eggs like Ronald Reagan. It suffers from a lack of originality, but still provides a fun zombies experience. Die Machine epitomizes Black Ops Cold War's map design. While it plays well and is inoffensive, it lacks anything particularly special. The DIE Wonder Weapon, with its 4 variants, and the visually stunning Dark Ether Dimension switch are highlights. However, the map is ridiculously easy, making it a middle-of-the-road experience. Die Machine is a solid but simple map, finding itself comfortably in B tier. Firebase Zed is another solid if not spectacular map from Black Ops Cold War. The assault rounds are a good addition, and the RAI K-84 Wonder Weapon is excellent. The Ether Bunny side quest is particularly enjoyable. However, the main quest ends with a whimper, featuring yet another easily defeated Orda as the final boss. More side Easter eggs would have added to its appeal. Despite its blandness, Firebase Zed is a solid map for those seeking an easy zombies match. Shi no Numa introduced Hellhounds, the Wunderwaffe DG2, and the Ultimus crew, making it a top-notch survival map. The Flogger Trap, viable train spots, and enjoyable camping locations add to its appeal. While it lacks depth and a pack-a-punch, players can upgrade guns with Gobblegum in BO3. The Call of Duty Vanguard reimagining added new areas and Easter eggs, making it the high point of that mode. Shi no Numa remains a beloved classic despite its simplicity. Verrucht introduced perks, traps, and Easter egg songs, but its atmosphere is its standout feature. The World at War engine and good audio design create a genuinely scary experience. While the map is too cramped for high rounds and lacks a unique wonder weapon, it's a nice challenge due to its extreme difficulty. The gimmick of separating players at the start is a good touch. Verrucht is basic, but occasionally fun to play for its horror elements. With Transit being a disappointment, Town became the go-to map for players wanting a classic zombies experience. It features a pack-a-punch machine, allowing for proper matches. While it's small and lacks special gimmicks, Town offers a straightforward, casual experience. It's a map where players know what to expect, making it a reliable choice for those seeking simplicity. Nacht der Untoten, the map that started it all, is hard to criticize. It's appeared too often, and every match follows the same pattern. Players camp in the top floor corner, avoiding the stairs barrier. While it lacks complexity, starts slowly, and is repetitive, it's a relaxing map for turning off the brain and enjoying some classic zombies action. The maps in this tier are, in order from top left to bottom right: Me, Buried, Call of the Dead, Der Riese, Zetsubu, Noshima, Mauer der Toten, Dead of the Night, Revelations, Ascension, and Kino der Toten. One of the highlights of the Chaos story, Me, is a fantastic casual offering that exceeded initial expectations. While many were initially more excited about Voyage of Despair, Aish quickly gained fan appreciation upon release. This map allows players to wield guns, dispelling fears of it being melee only, and takes full advantage of its Colosseum setting, letting players battle tigers, gladiators, and even war elephants. With an obvious train spot in the center, Mag is relatively simple compared to Black Ops 4's other complex maps, making it a perfect middle ground between setup-heavy maps and casual zombies. Its only drawback is a lackluster wonder weapon, but the cheering crowd and engaging side Easter eggs make Nye a memorable map. Buried offers one of the most distinct map concepts in Call of Duty Zombies history, transporting players to a Wild West town deep underground. Filled with ghosts and unique features, Buried addresses typical zombies' pitfalls by allowing players to use a time bomb to reset to a safer point and having Arthur hold a zombie so players can pause a multiplayer game. Players can access the bank and fridge for points and weapons, set up various traps, and use the infinite ammo paralyzer weapon. While these tools make Buried one of the easiest maps, the good Easter egg and the unique perk, Vulture Aid, ensure it's a standout map in the series. Call of the Dead, set in a snowy Siberian environment, stands out with its visually stunning design, and the late George Romero serving as an intriguing boss. Though Romero has an absurd amount of health and can be a nuisance if accidentally shot, defeating him rewards players handsomely. The map features a moving pack-a-punch machine, entertaining Easter egg dialogue with Ultimus, and the satisfying scavenger wonder weapon. While high rounds are difficult to achieve, the unique setting, compelling Easter egg, and constant tension make Call of the Dead a highly regarded map. Der Riese is the ultimate casual zombies map and a significant turning point for the mode, introducing Pack-a-Punch and establishing a deeper storyline. This map reveals key story elements, such as Richthofen being a villain and Sam controlling the undead. Players often end matches by camping at the main teleporter, but the story significance and the introduction of Pack-a-Punch ensure Der Riese's timeless appeal. Zetsubu no Shima, despite criticisms of its lengthy setup and short main quest, remains an excellent map full of unique features. The optional boss fight against the Spider, the powerful skull of Nansapwe, and intriguing side Easter eggs, such as turning into a spider and encountering a sea monster, add depth to the map. The final cutscene offers significant character development for Takeo, and the plant system, though underrated, provides useful rewards. Mauer der Toten is the standout map from Call of Duty. Black Ops Cold War, overcoming the game's lack of personality with engaging content. The main quest Easter egg involves the lovable robot Klaus, while the boss Valentina offers a balanced challenge. The CRBRS Wonder Weapon, with its 3 variants, adds a unique touch reminiscent of the Borderlands series. Although a more distinctive setting and additional side Easter eggs would enhance the map, Mauer der Toten remains a terrific addition to the series. Dead of the Night, part of the Chaos story, is one of Treyarch's deepest zombies maps. It features diverse enemy types, including Nosferatus and werewolves, and provides players with silver bullets, a special crossbow, and the upgradable Alistair's Annihilator Wonder Weapon. Despite a lack of marketing and a less popular cast, the map offers extensive Easter eggs and content outside its main quest, making it a hidden gem. Revelations, though the weakest map in Black Ops 3's main DLC, is a nostalgic tour de force, remixing previous maps seamlessly. While it lacks new content and is too easy due to powerful wonder weapons, the map is visually impressive and fun to play. Memorable moments, such as entering the Flying Apothecon and the hat system that provides useful buffs, make Revelations an enjoyable experience for fans. Ascension is an ideal casual map despite divisive elements like perk-stealing space monkeys and the reused Thunder Gun. It offers several training spots, a straightforward pack-a-punch system, and a memorable side Easter egg involving a rocket launch. As the first map to introduce a proper main quest Easter egg, Ascension set a precedent for future maps. Special touches like the return of color when power is restored and the powerful Gersh device ensure its lasting appeal. Kino der Toten is one of the most iconic Call of Duty Zombies maps, beloved for its nostalgic value and solid core gameplay. While overexposure has led some players to burn out on it, the map's teleportation system and grenade throwing from the Pack-a-Punch room remain engaging. Though it lacks the depth of later maps and favors solo play, Kino's chaotic co-op matches and strong solo experiences make it a classic. The maps in this tier are, in order from top left to bottom right: Origins, Mob of the Dead, Der Eisendrache, Shadows of Evil, Gorod Krovi, and Ancient Evil. A true classic in every sense of the word, Origins was the perfect endpoint for Black Ops 2 and had everything Zombies fans could ask for. Its elemental staves ensure that all 4 players can have a wonder weapon with unique abilities, while it has a highly replayable main quest and several side quests to engage with. The map served as the introduction of Primus, the younger and more complex versions of the original 4 characters. Everything from giant robots to a stunning skybox made the map visually memorable. With a genuinely challenging mini-boss in the form of the Panzer Soldat 2, Origins was a perfectly balanced experience and the peak of zombies. When Call of Duty Zombies fans debate over the best map in the mode's long history, it is usually Origins or this map that takes the top spot, and for good reason. Essentially, it comes down to personal preference, as Mob of the Dead shines just as brightly as Origins. Though it was eventually tied into the main Ether storyline, Mob of the Dead has the advantage of being enjoyable, completely standalone, as Treyarch does a great job writing the 4 mobsters trapped in purgatory, and the celebrity cast succeeds at bringing them to life. The hellish version of Alcatraz is brilliantly realized, with excellent side Easter egg weapons like the Hell's Retriever Tomahawk and Golden Spork. With a unique PvP ending to its main quest, this map has everything going for it. Viewed as the Black Ops 3 equivalent to Origins due to its top-tier elemental bows, which are essentially stand-ins for Origins staves, Der Eisendrache fires on all cylinders and is an unforgettable map. Its castle setting is breathtaking from a visual standpoint, while its bow quests being simpler means that it is easier to pick up and play than Origins, as players will be able to memorize the steps and make their bows with ease. Its Easter egg shines due to its impactful final cutscene and the mode's first proper boss battle. And though the overpowered Stormbow and Death Ray trap may make it a bit too easy, the lore and accessibility of the map ensure it is one of the very best. Perhaps Treyarch's most impressive effort in terms of immersion, Shadows of Evil is often used as an example of how far Zombies has fallen in terms of originality in its maps. While not every member of Shadows of Evil's cast of characters shines, all other parts of the map are brilliant, with even rooms outside the playable area having interesting secrets to uncover. Great side Easter eggs like the Apothecan's Sword give every player something to do, even if only one person can wield the Apothecan's Servant. With the Shadow Man's many appearances and Richthofen's surprise cameo in the final cutscene doing a great job of setting the stage for the DLC maps. Whether it is the tram system or the unique architecture, the fictional 1940s setting of Morgue City is unlike anything else in the Code franchise. Gorod Krovi is essentially every 10-year-old's action figure storyline come to life, as watching dragons battle giant robots in a war-torn Stalingrad is as awesome as it is ridiculous. Riding and commanding dragons never gets old, nor do lockdown rounds or the double final boss fight against one of the dragons and a mech-wielding Nikolai. Perhaps the best balanced map in Black Ops 3 as the GKZ-45 MK3 gets weak near round 50, meaning that even Gobblegums can only help so much. Gorod Krovi is a legitimate challenge for those seeking out high rounds. While some of its trophy-related Easter egg steps can get a little tedious, everything from the Dragon Shield to the Gauntlet of Siegfried makes the map a joy to play. Ancient Evil shows just how tragic it was that the Chaos story ended prematurely, as the map does everything right. Aside from ending on a cliffhanger that will likely never be followed up on, the map is spectacular across the board, as players can toss spears while wielding a circular shield, battle 6-armed Gegenese, fly on Pegasus, and use 4 elemental God Hand wonder weapons that all feel drastically different. A well-thought-out challenge system with great rewards helps with casual play, while Mount Olympus makes for a grand final boss arena. Had this map been a part of the beloved Ether story, it would surely be seen by many as one of the greats, which is the reception that it deserves. The video ends here. See you in another video. Don't forget to subscribe.